scripture. Corinthians 15:13. Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good morals. So for all you people out there,
could we ever expect like a collaborative album between the two of you? We
were actually talking about that not too long ago.
We finna take over the world. We finna be performing at the BET Awards, the Oscars, Planet Fitness, Popeyes, Planned Parenthood.
You just trashed up the whole community. The community ain't, because out your doors walks trash.
P-U-S-S. You need to wash your booty. I'm selling coach. I'm selling coach.
Come dig out my oil. Give me what me like. Stretch me like Pilates. Hotel. Sucking on your pocket.
My new record, Pilates, is #1 reggae record in America right now.
It's interesting who record executives are really putting on, like the Sukihanas and the Sexy Reds and the GloRillas.
How much of a role our entertainers, our rappers, our actors play in detriment of our position?
Music and film and images control the cultural movement of a people and a nation. The image, the music, the dress code, the fashion, all of it controls and manipulates the mind of the people. As soon as they lock into it, you are writing on them what to do. It's a very deep, subconscious thing.
iHeartRadio's best new hip-hop artist, Ice Spice.
I just want to let all the young girls know, and boys too, whoever you are, just keep chasing your dreams. What the haters say. Thank you, iHeart.
To kill the swine and break the cross. The swine is not just killing hogs, it's killing the appetite in the people for filth and indecency. The other hat was for the Messiah, because the Messiah of the Christians and the Mahdi of the Muslims are together at the end of the present world.
What do the Bible say about being too nice?
Mark 1:29 says, when we are too nice and passively accommodate others, we could very well miss what God has for us. Stop being too nice. Nice isn't of the fruits of the Spirit.
It's godly. That's what that means. If you ain't pimping that dog, you are destroying that. That's what I be telling these girls when I be on top of their head like that. I be like, what if I let you think for yourself?
If they don't know, baby, they don't know the culture. They do not know this generation. I'm one of the leaders. Even though I'm ghetto, but I'm one of the leaders of this generation. Definitely Sukihana. You know who's always trending? Me.
Suki. It's always trending.
No, literally, like always.
That's because you are actually able to be yourself in front of the world.
Yeah, them. They was mad when I went to London.
I'm trying to get my teeth stretched. I'm trying to get my teeth stretched and eat a be eating today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this stretched.
The people that were out front were looking at me like I was crazy. Mind you, I was fully dressed. I had a dress from head to toe with nothing showing. So I felt a little uncomfortable. So that's why I say I'm finna get my coochie scratched. That's what I said in front of everybody. It went viral. It turned into a political debate.
Really?
Yeah, it did.
You'll do all kind of crazy. If you thought for yourself, the kids will hate me. I can't let you think for yourself. You'll destroy our family. Your job is to lay on your back and wash the dishes and wipe off the clock on the stove. Anything else, they're going to run into a brick wall at 100 miles per hour.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. What level-headed buffoon thinks it's appropriate to twerk in front of children? To dance and carry on in front of kids? You see, when a society loses its understanding of what appropriate is, when a society loses its understanding of when exactly things can be done and cannot be done, you see the society crumbling. I mean, it would have blew my mind back in the day to see children's characters, to see cartoon characters in real life. I would have been excited as a child. I mean, imagine the look on children's face when they go to Disneyland or Disney World and they're seeing these animated creatures come to life that they've been watching on television, and it's a fun and joyous occasion. And let's look at the perversion, the absolute perversion, the buffoonery, the ignorance that we are doing to it right now at this particular time. I mean, it's a dang shame. And this is just the way a TI is. You have these grown-ass people carrying on like a bunch of animals in heat in front of children. Now, you could say it's a party situation, and if there was all adults there, it would have been what it would have been. Whether you agree with it or not, everybody can say, look at something honestly and say, these adults have a right to carry on in their adult ways at their adult parties. But you see, these fools didn't mess around and did it in front of the kids. And then we're going to sit around and ask stupid questions in the future. Well, why did kids turn out like that? They turned out like that because of the example that they were given by the people who were supposed to teach them.
What's your song?
I'm at town, still around.
Ooh.
Downtown, going downtown. Ooh. See, you're trying to see me, you're trying to see me, you're trying to say what's up.
I'm out here in Miami. Looking for the hoochie daddy. I need a new pappy.
Look at the lyrics of Sexy Red. Who do you think those lyrics are for? It's not for us. We're just dancing to it.
If you see me, you trying to see what's up. If your pencil sharpened.
You got these kids programmed with some filth.
When you see me, tell you gotta say what's up. Hey, wanna be on my roster, but it's my love. Hey, we need my love.
The women there, you're supposed to be the teachers. But when the teachers are wicked, you're going to have wicked children. The men are supposed to be providers and leaders. But when the providers and leaders are wicked, you're going to have wicked people. It is what it is. I mean, the absolute disgust when you see things like this. And it all goes back to what we deem acceptable. You know, the problem with Sexy Red, the problem with these 304 rappers, Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallions of the world, the problem with these ladies isn't that they're perpetuating a thought behavior to make money. The problem is that this thought behavior is perpetuated to the children. I mean, I want you guys to think of this. There's actually women walking around. There's actually young ladies walking around, 15, 16-year-old, who think an OF model is what they want to be, what they aspire to be when they grow up. And then there's other women, grown women, knowing it's the wrong path, knowing it's not the desirable path at least, knowing that there's a better path out there, and this path of being an OF model may be the bottom of the barrel, last rung on the ladder that you would choose to do if you had a choice. But they ain't gonna tell them the truth. They just gonna push them. They're gonna push that false narrative to these young people. And you know, it's a cold world.
My name is Jubilee. I am 25 and I do have only.
How long you been doing that?
Just about like 2 months.
What got you into it?
I lost my grandpa. He's very close to me, so I kind of want to go with his legacy, and I kind of want to do it for him.
You want to do only to honor your grandfather's legacy?
No, it's kind of like I've been wanting to kind of like keep his legacy going.
Can you explain how you're honoring your grandfather's legacy?
So he was a minister, so he didn't make much money, and that's like a way that I thought would help out.
That's when I normally meet your kids. When I'm sleepy than a mother. But I'm come up. They up. They ain't got nothing going for them. They dad ain't around. They was raised by you. Them kids is born to lose. They the streets' future problems. Especially the ones that's bold enough to speak to me when I walk in. What's your name? I be like, little girl, listen. Who the you speaking to a man you don't know, little girl? That is going straight wholesale by the time you 25.
And
Women like her believe they are right and that living this lifestyle, whether twerking in front of children or showcasing their bodily goods on the internet, has no negative effects on their reputation and status, and most importantly, in how it will affect their children. Yes, these trumpets and tarts will be lusted after. Yes, these ladies will get attention. Yes, they will earn vast sums of money. But no, they are being deceived. where the lie they tell themselves is so good that they can't separate between fact and fiction because
where the devil is giving you instructions and you go down the path thinking that you're on the path of righteousness.
Saying that women are obliged to turn to and doing only they're being abused?
I'm not gonna be judged when I go to the gates of heaven, and God's not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna let you in because you did only or no, he's gonna judge my character, how I was I a kind person. He's gonna either let me in or not because of the choices that I've made by being a good human being and being loving and kind and being a good person.
Yeah, but you're sinning.
I'm not harming anyone.
You're sinning.
But you say you aren't harming anyone. To be frank, with all due respect, you are harming. You're harming society. You're harming men. You're kind of warping the way the dating scene is and how traditional values
I didn't create.
These are the kind of girls that are situationships, friends with benefits, perpetual girlfriends, and side pieces, and even women that you must outright avoid. These girls can somehow reconcile hiring these twerking mascots and engage in raunchy twerking themselves at a children's party. And this right here.
You weren't so publicly, outwardly like, I'm a godly woman, God first. You have a cross. Do you wear the cross while you're engaging in shooting your...
I do, actually. I never take it off. I've actually never taken it off in like the past, I don't know, like 5 years.
Get the rocks. Yeah. Abdul? Yeah. Get the rocks. Get the rocks.
The sexually empowered modern women are teaming up in unexpected ways to sign off on bad behavior and have each other's back, as the sisterhood stays standing strong, hand in hand to deflect and avoid accountability by any means necessary. Sukihana and a newly divorced modern woman Bobby Althoff team up to show that a united front transcends superficial differences. One of the ways that bridge barriers apparently is this right here.
Don't look at me like that. I mean, it's stuff that y'all like to do in your culture, so it's like, I don't feel like you would not accept me, but it's like this. Stop the car, I got he just ate my, he want to switch. Now, what are we doing?
I really don't
Eating
know.
his.
Okay.
You don't have to act like you never did it. One of my good friends, when she was in school, that all the white girls was eating
What? Eating his. Eating. Stop the car, I got a. He just ate my. You want to switch? Now I'm eating his. Eating his. Stop the car, I got a. He just ate my. Want to switch? Eating his.
When I made the song, I made it to piss people off, but then I found out it's a whole community. We're white girls and they were singing my song and I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, okay, so this is a thing. So yeah, eating his, we be eating.
You got girls of all kinds of shapes and sizes regardless of skin color and socioeconomic status, ready and willing to sell that kitty cat online and in reality at the right price. Good for comfort, relieving stress, and a warm body to cuddle up with at night. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse with Sukihana and Bobby teaming up, now we got Ice Spice and Taylor Swift making music and becoming the bestest of friends.
She had 5 #1 singles that dominated the iHeartRadio airwaves, including collabs with heavy hitters Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj.
This generation is cooked if we don't open our eyes. Like, come on, really, what is Ice Spice's real talent? Let's be honest here. I mean, I told you before and I'm telling you again, this right here is a feedback cycle where the ladies and powers that be fuel the flames and gas each other up to force feed us this new age 5th wave modern woman ideology and agenda. What you see here with the normalization of ratchet hypersexual behavior does not only affect one group of people and women, but it actually affects us all. You got proof that celebrities are crossing over, teaming up, and signing off on endorsing bad behavior. On one side, you may get ratchets working on the regular, and then on the other, you may get selling digital flesh. But I assure you, a good amount of these ladies engage in damaging behaviors, mindsets, attitudes, and actions in public and in private, online and offline. The toxic ones of modern women, yes, not all ladies once again. If you're a polite savage and rock with us, you should already know this by now. There are those of you that will defend each other until the end of time, even when you're in the wrong. The same excuse the T-Ho-T's, the strong, independent, I don't need no man, horrendous attitude of the modern woman is giving us the very same line of logic, rhyme, and reason, along with their simp sycophants say in excusing indecent, salacious, and harmful behavior running rampant today.
I got a lot of friends, I got best friends, I got cousins, and I see how dudes act. All of them got it's a common denominator, they ain't shit.
Come on, Glo, come on now. I'm not finna let you sit up here and do this.
That's what it is, bro.
That ain't nothing what it is. No, it ain't. No, hell no.
Cause everybody I know that's a male, my friends and like I said, my brothers now, my cousins, I see them do this shit. I was raised mostly around dudes.
Right. So you got a dude mentality.
That's right.
And your polite savages, it's time for some absolute truths in this world. You see, characteristics is generational. But I don't want to make it too highfalutin for you. I want to just have the rubber meet the road. I just want to say this in clear, accessible, comprehensible statements. So hold on, and if you get your feelings hurt, this may apply to you. You see, if you come from a ratchet family, you're probably gonna be ratchet. If you come from a family of horrible educational standards, you may have or probably will have horrible educational standards. If you come from a financially disadvantaged situation and family, chances are you can and will be financially disadvantaged. Now, there are alternatives to every rule. And of course, with hard work, dedication, and understanding of yourself and what it takes, you can overturn this. But just like my G El Guapo from the Beautiful Lies podcast says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And no matter what lip service people give you, the example your parents leave, the example that the adults in your family leave you makes the biggest impression. And that's why I have a problem with this buffoonery.
There's a verse in the Quran, be not like her who unraveled her yarn, disintegrating it into pieces after she has spun it strongly. If you see somebody knitting something and they leave it not secured one stitch, and then the same woman who stitched it strongly starts pulling on the yarn that she has knitted until it comes to pieces. That's what's happening to America as we speak. America was not built on a firm foundation.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe. Hit us up on all social media networks.
We found true happiness